everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the match preview for Brighton against Arsenal. Now, of course, this game is set to be played less than 3 days after Man City versus Arsenal. Again, we have just lost 3-0. Usually, if you're winning games, it's a good thing. You don't really mind whether you play a day apart or 2 days apart as long as you're winning and you have the momentum. But I don't know if the same applies if you've just lost a game 3-0. And especially in our case with the red card and the injuries, I don't know how it fits for us. Because let me know in the comment section, would you want to play a day or 2 days after you've lost 3-0 to make things right quickly, or would you want like a 1 week break to gather your thoughts and to plan for your next fixture? Which one is easier for you? Would you want a 1 week break after you've lost, or to play immediately and try to get right back on track? I've already put out my match review for Man City versus Arsenal, and also the player ratings and match reaction. 2 videos are already out, so I'll link them in the description and in the YouTube card if you want to check them out. But in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the preview for Brighton against Arsenal. I'm going to be taking a look at the recent history, the statistics, what tactics you could use to beat them, my lineup, how it starts the team. But we don't have many players to choose from, especially the injuries and the red card now. And I'm sad to announce to you guys that this is another team we never beat. Just the same case with Man City. We've lost to them 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 so many times. We never have good days against Brighton. They cost us Champions League last season. They beat us earlier this season. They beat us in Wenger's last season. So we never really enjoy games against Brighton too. And it's another away game. We had 5 away draws and lost to Man City. So we haven't won in 6 away games. Same old Arsenal struggling in away games. But well, let's just get straight into the match preview for Brighton against Arsenal. So as I've said, this is another team we always have some tough games against. We've just played Man City. We're going to play Brighton now. We have Southampton next week, another team we never beat. Sheffield United away again. So this is not a good time for Arsenal, and we need to get back on track immediately, and we need to win this game. Let me get into the recent history between the two clubs. Earlier this season, we played them on 5th December of 2019. Ljungberg was the interim manager at that time. That was his second game. Brighton scored first through a corner through Webster in the 36th minute. Lacazette equalized for us early in the second half, but Pepe won it for them in the 80th minute. We had 12 shots and 5 on target in that game, but Brighton had a staggering 30 shots and 9 on target. 30 shots. Keep in mind, when the likes of Brighton and Huddersfield and Norwich travel to Man City, Liverpool, and even Man U at times, they rarely have shots. You might find them having 2 shots and 1 on target for the whole game, but Brighton had 30 shots. But we can all agree that time after Emre and Ali Ljungberg days, we were struggling a lot, and it was tough for Ljungberg, but not saying that we're actually doing well right now. We're still struggling. So Luiz, he had a goal disallowed in that game by VAR. And after this game, we had faced 52 shots on target. In the Invincible season, we only faced 48 shots on target for the entire season. But by that time, December, we had faced 52 shots on target. And we've played another 2 months, 3 months after that. So be sure, I'm almost sure that is almost at 100 right now. So that shows you the gap between now and the Invincible season. That was also the first time Brighton had beaten a top 6 club away from home. We are still the only club they have beaten in the top 6 away from home. They haven't beaten Tottenham, they haven't beaten Man U, they haven't beaten Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, none at all. Only Arsenal. And that was earlier this season. Let's go to 2018-2019. 5th May 2019, one of the last games we had last season. I remember when you had Wolves, Brighton, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Brighton themselves. We was talking about, wow, we can actually win these 5 games and qualify for the Champions League, but things fell apart last season. Things really did fall apart, sorry, and we still haven't recovered to this day. Aubameyang scored for us that game, a penalty in the 9th minute, and Mari equalized for them in the 61st minute with a penalty. Saka madness in that game. He actually fouled the match when he was going nowhere, and he cost us that game. If we won that game, we would have qualified for the Champions League. just that game. Even if we had still lost the other games, if we won this game and if Saka didn't foul much in this game in 1-1-0, we would have actually qualified for the Champions League. We only needed a point, and this would have been an extra 2 points. That game, Liechtenstein was really exposed, and this game came after losses to Crystal Palace at home, Wolves away, Leicester away. We had 20 shots on that day, 8 on target, 16 corners, but only managed 1 goal. They had 11 shots and 5 on target. That was another terrible game again for us. Early in the season, again, away at their place at the Amex Stadium, 26th December, Boxing Day of 2018. Aubameyang opened the scoring for us again. Lacazette equalized for them just before halftime in the 35th minute. And Brighton ended a run of 3 consecutive defeats in that game. They had just lost 3 games, but managed to get a draw against Arsenal and end their poor run, of course. Liechtenstein made another mistake in that game, and that game actually ended our run of scoring in 17 consecutive second halves. You remember that run started against Chelsea back in August, and we scored in every single second half through August, September, October, November, and December until Brighton ended that run. 17 games. That day we had a midfield of Saka, Torreira, and Guendouzi, and Ozil came off at halftime for Iwobi. That's also when things started to fall apart between Emre and Ozil again. But well, yeah. Move back to 2017-2018, Wenger's last season. 4th March 2018, we lost 2-1 the Amex Stadium. That was the time that we were just losing every game and no one really seemed to care anymore. We lost that with that season. We lost away to Bournemouth, to Swansea, to Tottenham, to Man U, to Newcastle, to Brighton, to Leicester, to Manchester City, obviously, to Watford, obviously, to Liverpool, obviously, and to Stoke, obviously. We lost a lot of away games, 11 away losses and 4 draws. And those draws were against Chelsea, Southampton, West Brom, and West Ham United. And the games that we won, we won by a 1-goal margin. So it wasn't a good season for us. Dunk scored for them from a corner. We've usually considered corners against them and penalties and free kicks. And Murray scored again, Koscielny mistake, but Aubameyang still got another goal for us. That was the first time we lost 4 straight games since October 2002. Back in October 2002, we lost to Everton, Blackburn, Dortmund, and Auxerre 4 games in a row. And in this run in 2017-2018, in that March, April, we lost to Tottenham. I think we beat Ostersund, and then we lost to Manchester City twice, lost to Brighton, and lost to Ostersund at home. 4 games in a row. Ostersund, Manchester City twice, and Brighton. We lost 4 games in a row, and if we hadn't beaten Ostersund away from home, that would have been 6 games in a row because we had just lost to Tottenham again. So we never have good memories against Brighton and Manchester City, and we still have to play them twice in a row. So sad times. That was the first Brighton win against Arsenal since 1982. 1982, the first time they'd beaten us since 1982. That was 2018. Earlier that season, when they were newly promoted, of course that season they were newly promoted, we beat them on October 1st, 2017. Arsenal 2, Brighton 0. Montreal scored for us and Iwobi scored for us. We had 25 shots, 11 shots on target. They had 9 shots and only 1 on target. And let's talk about Brighton's last 5 games before the lockdown. They had drawn with Wolves 0-0. They had drawn with Sheffield away also 1-1. They had drawn with Watford 1-1. They had drawn with West Ham 3-3, and they had lost to Crystal Palace at home 1-0. So 4 draws from the last 5, and the way Arsenal also move with draws, this could easily be a draw. The last Brighton win was on 28th December. 20th of December. Of course, we haven't played for 3 months, but it's still a long time not to win from December to March, and they hadn't won a game. And yeah, that is the recent fixtures with Brighton. We've only beaten them once. They've beaten us twice, and we've drawn twice. So not a good record against them. I don't know what we need to do in this game to actually beat them, but I was a bit confident. But after the Man City game, I don't know who's gonna play and how we are gonna fit, which tactics we are gonna use. Away games, even without fans, we always struggle. I don't know if it's a mentality thing. I really don't know. But anyway, let's get to what my lineup would be for this game. So as I've said, we really don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play. We don't know the fitness situation with Torreira. He didn't play against City. He wasn't even on the bench. Cedric, I don't know about him. Kolasinac was on the bench. Pablo Mari got injured. Saka got injured. Socrates is injured. Chambers is still injured. So we are really looking to struggle in this game. It actually seems like we're going to struggle, and we actually have to find players who can play in this game. So we might even struggle to fit those 9 subs because we don't have enough players right now. But anyway, this would be my lineup for the game. In goal, of course, I'd go for Leno, our best player against Man City. Has to play in this game. Of course, you have to go for a back four. Bellerin will stay for me. Tierney has to play at left back. He was okay against Man City. And at centre back, Mustafi would have to partner Holding unless Socrates is fit. And Holding, unfortunately, he looked out of sorts against Brentford in the friendly. I know it was a friendly, but he didn't look sharp enough. But in this game, it seems like we actually need him. We don't have Chambers. We don't have Pablo Maris. We don't have Luiz, who's actually suspended. So it looks like Mustafi and Holding will have to stay at centre back. In midfield, again, Saka is injured, and it looked like a bad injury. It looked like he won't play again this season. Torreira, I don't know his situation. So it's looking again like Guendouzi will start and Ceballos will start from the first minute this time. He came on for Saka against Man City, but in this one, it looks like he'll start from the beginning. So Ceballos and Guendouzi in midfield because we really don't have any options. On the right wing, I'd go for Pepe, straight back into the team. He was on the bench for Man City, didn't come on, but straight to this game. He's fit, he's fresh, put him straight in. Mesut Ozil, another one who wasn't picked for Man City, come back straight in, he's fresh. Hopefully, he can give us 100% in this game. He'll play as the number 10. Martinelli on the left, fresh, didn't play against Man City. I don't know why. And up front, I'd go for Aubameyang. He was non-existent against Man City, so I hope he gets 2 or 3 goals in this game because we really need those goals right now. And I'll play Aubameyang up front. I would have put him on the left and Lacazette up front because Lacazette didn't also play a lot against Man City. But Aubameyang, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable in his on the left or on the right. I want him in the center forward position. If Lacazette has to play, we need to play a three defenders, 4 midfielders, and 3 forwards, 1 number 10 and two strikers. But right now we don't have enough defenders. Xhaka is out, so we can't really fit 3 defenders. So we have to go for the usual formation 4-2-3-1. And I want to buy Menga up front. You can have on the bench. Saka can come on later. He played against Man City the whole game almost. Lacazette, we can have Willock, and they can come on later on in the game, but that would be my starting lineup for the game. Let me go through it again. Leno, Bellerin, Mustafi, Holding, and Tierney. We have no choice there. Ceballos and Guendouzi in midfield. Pepe on the right. Ozil as a number 10. Martinelli on the left, and Aubameyang up front. If we start with this lineup, I'd go for... I know I put out the Premier League predictions, and I'd gone for 3-1, but right now, the way things have gone against Man City and the injuries and stuff, I'm going to go for Brighton 1 and Arsenal 2. I really hope we nick it. Let me know your starting lineup in the comment section. Let me know your prediction for the game. How confident are you? Of course, the player ratings after the game. The quiz is going to come out on Friday. Hope you've understood the statistics and everything in this preview. The questions are going to come from here. So let's keep having fun. Let's hope things improve. Keep staying safe, and I'll talk to you later.